It's wash day, so I'm coming in today with another tutorial with what I use in my hair and retwisting and restyling. So basically that was the Tresemme shampoo and condition, and this is basically a mixture of aloe vera and some oils, tea tree oils, mineral oils, and this is what I'll be using to retwist my roots today. As you guys can see, I have a lot of new growth, and today we're going to go ahead and fix that. I don't do my hair on a regular basis because I don't want it to get thin out or anything, so I just don't do it on a regular basis. So what we're going to do today, we're going to need some rubber bands and some clips. My finger got smashed. Okay, so we're going to take one lock and put the mixture on the root of the lock. So it's good to always separate the hairs, because when you have a lot of new growth, they tend to get married together. So what you do is to twist, and the extra hair that is on the root, you wrap it along the shaft of the lock and then you roll it. So you roll it to the end and then you roll it in your hand middle and then you pin it, just to secure it so it doesn't get loose. So it's the same process for the other lock. You use the mixture, that's the aloe vera, tea tree oil and mineral oil, and you put it on the root and twist. Make sure the extra hair that is on the lock, you twist it along the shaft of the lock. So you continue the same process throughout the hair until it's well groomed. It's kind of difficult to do from the back, but I hope you guys are seeing. And don't mind my parts back, and we're basically at the top of the hair, the head rather, and it's basically the same process. You wrap the excess hair around the roots, around the staff of the lock, and then you pin it. So we will be repeating this process for the other locks that are there. So the mixture that I use, it's basically aloe vera. I cut it, peel it, and blend it out till there's no solids in it. I just blend until it gets liquidy, and that is basically what I use to relock my roots. So when I was through blending, I added some oils to it, tea tree oil and mineral oil. So I really don't do much to my hair. All I do is just let it grow. I use stuff in it every now and then, but I just leave it to let it grow. So when you're coming to the front, one thing to always remember when you're retwisting your locks, try to always go in one direction. I normally always go to the right once I'm retwisting, but sometimes I get mixed up and then some of them will go the wrong direction, but that's an easy fix. So just always remember, when you're retwisting your roots, try to go in one direction. So you twist and pin. Make sure you separate them. I don't always use comb because my hands are just fine. So separate them and twist. Make sure you lay the edges in and brush them in so that everything is nice and smooth. Then you pin. Hair is all dry and ready to style. I tied it down during the night so that it doesn't get too frizzy. So what I'll be doing now is taking out the pins out of the hair, and be careful while you're taking these out because you can definitely stick yourself with them. So I'll be going off camera to take out the rest because I really didn't want the video to be too long. So I'll be right back with you guys once I do that. So all the pins are out. So what we'll be doing today is a lock petal bun or bun petal, something like that. So I'll be definitely using some of the mineral oils to oil my hair so that is easier to maneuver. Just rub a little bit in it and on the roots, and then I'll be putting it into a ponytail. So once you twist your hair, some of the roots will be curled, so all you have to do is to pull them so that it doesn't cause breakage. That little hoop that is there, I definitely missed some of them, but for you, you can just pull on it and it will unravel. Alright, so just try to straighten out most of the hair and put it up into a ponytail. Alright, so in between locking my hair, as I stated before, I don't like to do my hair on a regular basis. So whenever my hair is fuzzy like it was, I have a lot of new growth, I'll definitely just go in retwist or palm roll, whichever one you want to call it, before I actually interlock my hair. I really don't like when the hair is done too often and then it thins out. I really hate that. So I put my hair into a ponytail. I'm just fixing it and straightening everything. And then I'm going to put it up so that we can do our lock petals. So I'm just putting it up like an antenna with an extra rubber band. This is basically a clip that I'm putting around it to secure it so it doesn't move easily, and it keeps nice, neat, and tight a little bit, but not all of that. So for the lock petals, all you basically do is to take one lock and bend it, put the tip of it back to the root and elastic it. So you're just making a hoop. And you do that for most of the locks. So for the front parts, we're just using single locks. So you make a hoop with your lock and use a rubber band to secure the ends. Like so. So you continue to repeat the process throughout the rest of the hair. This might take a little bit of time, but if you move fast, it won't be that long. So what I basically did was I put most of the hair to the front because I wanted it to look more fuller. So I positioned the petals so that they fall to the front instead of to the back. So all you gotta do is to continue the process. Once you're in the middle, I'm going to start using 2 locks instead of 1. So I'm going to start going in with 2 locks. I noticed when you use 2 locks, it tends to make it a little fuller. when you use two locks. So it's basically the same thing. You grab two locks, you make a hoop with them, and you secure the base of it. So once you use two locks, it's going to make it a lot fuller. And if you have locks that are shorter than some, it's an easy fix. Just double the hoop. Okay, you know you're going to have the ones in the front taller than the ones in the back, so you just double them. So again, I'm going to go off camera with this because I really didn't want it to be long. But as I stated, all you do, pull two locks, make a hoop, and elastic the ends. It can get a bit tricky because some might get loose, and then you might wrap some in it that's not supposed to be there. But all you gotta do is go back in with another rubber band or pull out what's not supposed to be there. So you do some of them around the back, but most of it will be to the front. You do some at the back so it actually looks like it's in a circular motion, and then you put most of it to the front. If some are just too short and you can't loop them, all you gotta do is just tuck it in one that's already looped and you'll be just fine. Alright, so there I did most of the lock already, and some are actually longer than some, so all you gotta do is to double the hoop and continue.